can you run us through the what the various design elements that you use to create Wave here?
Well, so when the notes I got from Greg and from Marvel, it was just a female Filipina in a dry suit. Is that a dry suit? Like a wet suit?
I guess so.
Like basically overall a black um, um, what do you call that?
I guess you call it a dry suit, or is it a
rash,
wetsuit?
like an overall rash guard. I don't know.
Rash guard,
it's
yes.
A wetsuit. Yeah, like a whole body rash guard.
Yeah,
and that's it. And you know, rash guards usually come with like a neon color, either pink or blue or whatever, right? So I guess that's I chose jade and teal, and teal works with gold and
where did the gold come from?
I don't know.
Like, where did these gold, the headpiece and the shoulder blade, the shoulder pads?
Well,
and everything
obviously it's they're video game elements, sci-fi. I like sci-fi a lot, and but I didn't want to go tribal because it's what's really expected. You know, everyone like has a tattoo and stuff like that, and I just went for the Filipino swords as a high-tech version of it. And to make it, Filipino, but it's not, it's less typical, I guess. But it's still, it's typical because a lot of our Filipino characters have the double sticks, and So I guess in that way, but I guess the giving her the swords would definitely give her the Filipino elements without. And then she's water based, so I gave her the fins. Again, these were the swords and the fins weren't part of the script of the notes, but she's water based, so that's one of the requirements. And some people draw her with like a butterfly wing, but it's actually a fin, like one, like on her spine. So it's just to make sure that just to drive home that she's water based.
So that's just one straight thing. That's not two. That's not two wings.
She's not a butterfly. It's a fin supposedly, but it's high tech, so it could probably could do anything. And originally she was supposed to be tech based. That's why we have basically the tech on her shoulders and on her forearms. But I'm not sure they might have decided to give her some mystical powers. I'm not sure what's going on right now, but originally it was tech based. She was science based.
Very cool.
So I think the gold and the teal, they just look good together.
They do. Yeah.
It's just a match. Yeah. So can you imagine that to be like golden red or golden blue I'm not sure if it's a good match. It's just cooler in the eyes. And the face, she had my initial designs actually had a full face covering.
Really?
Because she has to breathe underwater, and I realized she doesn't look like a superhero with a full whole headgear on. And then I decided to give her that like headgear, but with a clear face, like a face shield, right?
Yeah.
And then I realized, just get rid of it altogether. It's comics, so she can just breathe.
She can breathe underwater.
She can breathe underwater. But yeah. So I mean, the headgear is of course derivative of a lot of characters that we know. Thor, I guess, the Thor superheroes, and even the 90s Image Comics characters have the headgear.
That was everywhere in the 90s, except it was not. It wasn't metal, right? It was just it wasn't a mask. I don't even know what you call it.
Ask Rob Liefeld. So So yeah. So some of the designs actually had her in a almost like an Ultraman mask or something.
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks. But yeah, of course I had it cost a lot of stir, who's gonna play her, and a lot of fans of a lot of local actresses were, clamoring for their favorite actress to play them. So I keep telling them, oh, sorry, I don't have any connections to Marvel, to MCU, and she's probably not gonna get into the movies anytime soon. Blah blah blah.
But like, what a brilliant decision though, because if you look at the Agents of Atlas comic, everyone there, they're all Asians, and Wave clearly has like a very tan complexion. So what a brilliant decision to give her, morena skin color, and because obviously she swims. So obviously she'd be tan. I thought that was brilliant.
Yeah. I think I could have still made her look more exotic, to be honest. It was, it's still hard to adjust to drawing the Filipina look. Oh, by the way, also a conscious decision to, I mean, typically when you're asked to make a Filipino character, she'd be emblazoned with, the alibata, the flag. And so I really made a conscious decision not to give her those emblazoned, those design elements, just because I wanted her to be our Spider-Man, not to be our Captain Britain, or she's gonna be too local, she's gonna be like a footnote in Marvel. I wanted her to be somebody mainstream and be part of the Avengers, or if she's turns out to be a mutant like an X-Men, I don't know, but she can't. I didn't want her to be Captain Britain, to be sure.
Yeah, you can put Wave into any situation.
Yeah, and that's designed. I really wanted to avoid that. That's why I didn't give her the typical the go-to design elements that Filipino characters usually have.